This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's talk about the main event. It's time. We're finally here. John Cena and Edge. Did you feel like this was the rightful main event? I mean, at this time, obviously John Cena is the man in WWE, but was it his time, or did this feel like we had other big stars on the card and blah, blah, blah?
Without a doubt, it was John's time. This show was all about him. So it made a lot of sense, and absolutely.
Let's talk. What do you think of the match? You know, the match, it's, how long? 15 minutes, 41 seconds. The rules of the story here are that Edge would win the title, or Edge would lose the title rather, if he gets disqualified. So Edge is coming in as the champ. John Cena is still chasing, but the story is Cena's booed. And this may be one of the first times that we saw some of the regurgitation of John Cena from the fan base. What do you remember thinking when this is going down?
I think, John was being booed in a lot of places, and this was around the time that a lot of people were suggesting turning John heel. And I don't know that was necessarily, obviously it wasn't something that we did, but it was something that people felt we needed to do. And in his hometown, I just found it interesting. That kind of solidified. But booed or cheered, they cared about Cena.
No argument for me. They're caring about Cena. The match has a story here. Lita is going to keep trying to interfere. Edge is going to scream for her not to, because he doesn't want to be cost the title. Meltzer would say it was the best match on the show. Edge is going to use the execution. Cena comes back, hits the STFU, but Edge makes the ropes. Lita hands Edge the knucks, but Cena ducks the shot and gets right up and hits Edge for the FU. This time, Lita does interfere. She ran into Cena, who gets on his shoulders. He threw Lita off. She took the FU bump. Edge escaped. The ref was looking at Lita. Edge used the knucks on Cena and pins him to keep the title. So a lot of interference, but it is a good story because of the whole DQ angle. What do you think of that? That if he tries to cheat and he gets disqualified, even that can cost him the title.
Yeah, I thought it was excellent.
Nice little layer.
I thought that the match was used, the everything about it was used excellent. So it was a pretty good story, and they got all the way through it and told a great story and a tremendous finish.
What do you think of the show overall? I mean, I think a lot of people were probably asking, because I think this is maybe the first evidence of a crowd turning on Cena, at least that I could find. But I think a lot of people probably assumed Cena was going to win, and then maybe Edge would win in Toronto the next month, since they're sort of in each other's hometowns. But him being booed here, I don't know. Does this throw everybody off backstage?
No, not really. I think that you were feeling it. There was a groundswell everywhere we went, live events and TV. You were feeling it. The audiences all over the country had the same reaction and were really kind of getting behind booing John. So we knew it was coming. Thought in Boston that, hey man, they not so much. So it was crazy, but at the same time, I think we were ready for it.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.